Well, hello. Today we're going to talk about Lesson 63, Symbols of Inclusion. And you know symbols of inclusion as probably parentheses and brackets. Here's a good definition. Parentheses, brackets, and braces are symbols of inclusions. They show, or they help us define which operation to do first. And these need to go in your notes just so you have the names of them, because sometimes I refer to, or a teacher will refer to parentheses and brackets, and we won't know what they are. Parentheses look like that. Brackets are kind of the squarish, boxy looking things. And braces are kind of squiggly. They have kind of a squiggly look to them. Okay, it's important to know that when an expression or an equation includes multiple symbols of inclusions, we must simplify the innermost symbols first. And that is important because, like, if you have, sometimes you will have something like this, bracket, and then you'll have parentheses, 2 plus 3 plus 6, bracket, like that. Well, you must do what's inside the parentheses, inside. This is the innermost symbol of inclusion. So you would do 2 plus 3, which is 5, and then you'd add it to this 6, and that's your outermost bracket. Okay? Note about absolute value symbols. They can be and are often used as symbols of inclusion because you have to work on what's inside the absolute value before you can do anything else with it. Not as a general rule do you see them, but they can. Here's an example. You have a lot of symbols of inclusion here. You have your braces, and then a bracket, and then you have parentheses, and inside the parentheses right here you have absolute value signs. So you would have to actually do the absolute value, which is 4 minus 6, and the absolute value of a negative 2 is 2. So there's your 2. And then you would have, oh sorry, this is your 2. I made a mistake there. This is your 2. And then you take 8 minus 2, which is 6. And then you would add it to this 2, okay? And then you would have 8, and 12 minus 8, okay? And then 12 minus 8 would be 4, and 4 times 2, your 2 was clear out here to start with. You're finally out to your final braces and your brackets. 12 minus 8 is 4, times 2 is 8. This is a really good example to put in your notes. Kind of shows you the progression of how it works, okay? I'm going to put a little arrow right here, and I want you to do that in your notes as well, to recognize that this 2 goes with this absolute value. Okay, let's look at a couple other things here. Mostly going to be doing a little practice, just so that we can kind of see how braces and brackets and inclusions work. Okay, you have to always remember to use PEMDAS. Okay, so you have 4 plus 5 times 6 minus 7, and the 5 times 6 is in parentheses, and that's over 10 minus 9 minus 8. Now, I would probably do the top first, just because I like to clear out one thing before I do the other. So I have the 4 plus 5 times 6, which is 30, minus 7. Okay? Now, I've got 10 minus 9 minus 8. Well, you could probably go ahead and do this one because you have no more parentheses up here. So you have 10 minus 1. 34 minus 7, left to right. 10 minus 9 minus 8. 27 is on top. You have 27 over 10 minus 9 minus 8, the parentheses. And then 27 over 10 minus 1. 27 over 9. Okay? And your answer is 3. So definitely this is a good one. It has a lot of good examples to it. Here's another one. It's a little shorter. Okay? 30 minus 40 minus 10 minus 2. Got to do what's in the parentheses first. You're going to do that there. That's 8. 30 minus 40 minus 8. Notice I've got some notes out here to the side. You simplify your parentheses first. Then you have 30 minus, well, 40 minus 8 is 32. Now you are going to do your last subtraction, and you're going to end up with a negative 2. Again, the brackets just kind of tell you what to do next. And if you follow them carefully, you won't have any problems doing these kinds of problems. Okay, here's another example. 12 plus 3 minus the absolute value of minus 2. This is all in parentheses here, but you got to do what's inside the absolute value first. So 8 minus the absolute value of negative 2 is 8 minus 2, because the absolute value of negative 2 is 2, and you still have this minus that just comes straight down. So you still got to do what's in parentheses first. So you take 8 minus 2, and that becomes 6. 12 plus 3 times 6, 12 plus 18. PEMDAS tells us to multiply, so that's what we do, and then you get 30 as an answer. You have to do quite a few of these to get really good at them, but the more you do it, the better you'll get. You just have to concentrate on doing the innermost brackets or inclusion symbols first and follow PEMDAS. Okay, here's a challenge problems. This is a really good challenge problems, and if you want to get the credit for these, you have to show the steps. 100 minus 3 times the quantity, bracket, 2 times 6 minus 2. Remember, you probably do this step first. Okay, the other challenge problem is down here. Okay, and this is, I would do the whole top first, and then do the whole bottom, and then do your division. So you got 1 plus 2 times the quantity, 3 plus 4, so of course you would do that first, minus 5. Then when you're all done with that, then do the bottom, 10 minus 9 times the quantity, 8 minus 7, and of course you would start here on the bottom. Okay, if you get those done and you show them to me or the correct answers, you will get some extra credit. Otherwise, have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.